Okay, Stu, we're going to do a review of the NBA Nationals in Melbourne for Season A 2024. And I think what we really want to get out of this is to give people some feedback, information, education on maybe how the judging decisions were made based on the overall winners in the amateur and the pro lineups. But maybe let's go straight to some of your thoughts and feelings about the show and how you think it all went and how the day progressed.
Overall, it was an amazing show, our biggest Season A show ever. Just cracked the 100 competitor mark, which is really good. So, yeah, hit our goal there of what we wanted to do for our first Season A show as the new team. So, yeah, that was great. Quality of competitors, Jesus, there was some crazy lineups. Yeah, there were people placing 4th and 5th that could win pro cards in other shows, and were pro quality, but just had people even more pro quality beating them. So it was an epic day. Had a lot of tough decisions for us as a judging panel, but great fun day. Rolled really well. We did get a little bit late rolling through the morning because of how tough some of those decisions were. And as always, I say I'd prefer to get the decision right than be right on time. While we want both, the priority is still getting the decision right and making sure everyone feels that they were judged fairly. So that did end up meaning we were running a little bit late, but overall great day.
I totally agree. And I think the athletes really, really appreciated that, the fact that they were able to get their stage time and get judged fairly. And the feedback that we got was absolutely amazing. So really, really happy with that. And as you said, the quality was incredible. We're so grateful to have people travel from different states come down. We had some really, really big teams. And we're talking about overall winners from other states that came, were absolutely amazing, and were up against some really, really stiff competition too. So it was really the best of the best, which, as a federation, we're really, really happy to see that, because we want to put on like super competitive shows with top quality athletes. So we're able to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to bring up some of the photos that Charles took of those lineups specifically, and we'll go through to them. So I'll bring them up on screen now. All right, Stu, so I've got the photos up. Let's kick it off with fitness. I'll be the person that clicks all the buttons, and you be the person that gives all the judging call outs. But where do you want me to start here?
So start with that very first picture, which is our men's fitness overall. Yep. So our men's fitness overall, we had Ryan Joseph Ho, Patrick Mills in the centre there, and Hyung Jong Lim, Queensland. Overall, three amazing physiques, all good quality in their own right. The decision in this one came down to, so Hyung Jong just was that little bit crisper and tighter than the other two. Overall posed a little bit better than the other two as well. Really close. This one was actually a split decision. It wasn't unanimous. So we had a little bit of a battle there, but all three competitors are really good fitness competitors in what we want. So you can see they've all got nice full chests there, great taper. Going through each of the competitors individually. So Ryan, the only thing I'd sort of change for him, he could have been a little bit tighter. That was the main difference in placing. But then also his posing didn't show his taper quite as well as the other guys. You can see he's probably slightly too leant forward in that pose there, which just didn't show his taper as well as the other two. Patrick in the centre, pretty much just get that little bit tighter. Could be that tiny bit fuller as well. And then Hyung Jong, was great posing, good condition, and nice and full.
Awesome. So do you want to go over to the pro lineup?
Yep. So jump into the pro lineup. So here we had, on the outsides, you can see Hyung Jong and Ryan, who received an invite to join the pro lineup. So yeah, obviously you know what my thoughts on those two are. Outside that, we had Wayne, the taller one on the right, had an amazing fitness physique, like dialed in perfectly, really full, really sharp, posed well. Yeah, there's not really much I can say he needs to improve, because yeah, it's symmetrical. He poses well. The only thing I'd say is he weighed in just over a kilo under the weight limit. So as he grows, he's still within the fitness requirements, but just making sure he puts that weight on symmetrically to maintain that symmetry. The other last one is Thelina. So Thelina, again, a really good fitness competitor. Needed to be that little bit sharper. He was just off in condition, but yeah, posed amazingly. Has that great taper, great shape. Yeah, this was a really tough lineup. Like, all of them in their right are amazing competitors.
So do you want to talk about who were NBA pros, who were pros from other feds, and then who actually won and got their pro cards?
Yep. So placings, if you want to flip on to the next one, it actually has the placings there.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Wayne took out the pro lineup. So he came in as an A and B pro. Won his pro card previously with A and B, and hit everything we look for in NBA fitness as well. So he took out the win, and then obviously was given an NBA pro card. Thelina was an ICN pro, so he did the show using that pro card. Yeah, placed second. So he was also offered an NBA pro card. And then third was Hyung Jong, who won the overall and his pro card from the amateur show. Mm-hmm. And then Ryan placed fourth.
Yeah, great quality, really, really great quality. And great competitors there too.
Yeah. Ryan went on to win his pro card in another federation. So
amazing.
See, they are pro quality, all of them.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Do you want to move on to
jump to figure? That was the next lineup of the day. That's that next picture there.
So this one right here, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that's our figure overall.
So just to remind everyone, the overall is a literal overall. It is the overall winners of every subcategory. So if someone's done 30 plus, or someone's done the mums, or someone's done the first timers, the overall is literally the winners of all those classes there in all those divisions. So it is a true overall. And then obviously they go up against each other, and the overall winner will receive their pro card and obviously go into the pro show.
So in here we have 4 competitors. The first in the red bikini is Laurel Haag. So she was an over 50s competitor. Amazing physique, good muscularity, really good symmetry. Yeah, so we offered her a Masters Pro card. So did really well. The only thing improvement-wise for her would be, so she has really good symmetry and balance. So as she grows, continue to put muscle on everywhere, and just look at coming in leaner again next time she competes. That's that. Next was the Jade Zivkovic. So Jade was the overall winner in Tasmania. Again, another amazing physiques. So she, improvement-wise, she was slightly outmuscled by the other girls, especially through the back in her back poses. So bringing up her back to match the rest of her physique is probably the thing I'd look at there. After that is Chrissy, who won the overall. Overall, really balanced physique, good symmetry, great posing. The only other thing I would look at for her is to look at just coming in that little bit tighter again. She did come in a fair bit tighter compared to the Brisbane show. So she won the overall in Brisbane. Came in tighter there, but could still improve again next time she competes. And last, the competitor on the end is Danae Croft. Yeah, again, so she won a Masters division as well. Overall, again, really good balanced physique. Her first time on stage, so yeah, they did really well for that. Overall, keep improving on, bringing more muscularity everywhere, and then just coming in tighter, especially through the midsection next time she competes.
Do we have a photo of the placings or?
So overall, we don't have placings, but the next one move into the pro lineup, which is that next one there.
Yep.
So in here we have working across the line, Laurel, who we've spoken about. She received an invite in because she was awarded the Masters Pro card. Jade, next to her, received an invite after winning the Open lineup. So she got an invite to come into the Pro Show. Chrissy, our overall winner, who we've spoken about. And then the last two were pros from, one NBA pro and one pro from another federation. So so moving along, green bikini, Alira Morrison. So she was our winner in this. Really good muscularity, and in great condition. So Alira Alira's an ICN pro. She did our pro show in, I think, 2020 as well, and didn't place at all. So she's come back and a few years later and taken it out, which is amazing.
That's awesome.
Improved on condition especially. But and showed her muscularity, posed a lot better as well. And then lastly is Sim is an NBA Masters pro. So she did the Open lineup because we don't have Masters lineups at Season A pro shows. And she placed second in an Open pro lineup. So amazing work there. Sim's got amazing conditioning, really, really tight physique, dry, poses really well. Just got beaten out on muscularity. So Alira's and you can see in that photo, Alira's got a little bit more size on her. So and that's that's our placings for that one.
That's awesome. So we had a Masters competitor go and get second in the pro lineup, which is amazing.
And then Chrissy, the overall winner, placed third. Jade fourth and Laurel fifth.
All right, let's move on to the big boys. Onto bodybuilding. So this should be the overall, right?
Yep. So that's our bodybuilding overall. Cool. So we'll work across again. So first up, the right-hand side of the screen, we've got Jordan Traeger. So Jordan is a junior competitor. Amazing structure, got a really good shape to him, poses really well. The only thing really, as he keeps growing, again, symmetry's already good. So keep growing overall, and just look at coming in tighter as he gets bigger, and definitely got a really good future for him.
As a junior, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
He also won the individual posing routine. So really good.
That was epic.
His routine was amazing. So in fact, all our top five were amazing, and he beat four other amazing routines. So really does say how good a poser he is.
Yes, definitely.
So next up in the blue trunks, Joseph Zibic. So Joseph won the overall here. Really good balanced physique, poses well. Only thing, symmetry-wise, he can bring his legs up a little bit. His upper body does sort of just overpower his legs. Can't see it in this photo, but in some shots that is the case. But overall, really good physique. Can be that little bit tight. Overall, pretty good. Next across in the bright green trunks is Sean Stewart. So Sean was the overall winner in Queensland. Really good physique again, first season competing. Overall, can definitely pose a little bit better. His posing just wasn't quite as crisp as the other guys. Still hit the poses well, but just that flow in between poses and holding what's best for him. Some things he can work on as he improves in the sport. Overall, really good muscularity and symmetry. I reckon he was a little bit tighter in Queensland compared to the Melbourne show. Don't know what he did differently, but could have been that little bit tighter. And even then can still be leaner as well. So, and last is Jordan Maselli. So Jordan's got a great physique, came in really good condition, balanced top to bottom, left to right. Overall, just needs to grow to be competitive as one of those shorter guys. You definitely need a bit more muscle to push with the taller guys next to him. But got a really good future in him. Just needs that bit more size as he progresses.
I believe he's a first timer too, which is impressive.
Yeah, he was a first timer.
Yeah. Now bodybuilding, I think this is the bodybuilding overall, right? This one over here.
So that's the overall. This is the pro. So
pro, sorry,
yeah. So this one we dubbed the Master versus the Apprentice. So Joseph, who won the overall, is actually coached by Boris, who is the other competitor there. So boys had lots of fun on stage together. It was good to watch. So, but overall, we know what I've said about Joseph. So Boris is a classic physique pro and chose to do bodybuilding as well. For those who aren't aware, with NBA, we don't allow pros to compete in amateur lineups. So if you're a pro in classic physique, you can apply to do a bodybuilding or men's physique, same crossover rules as we do with amateurs. But rather than doing those divisions as an amateur, you do them as a pro still, and you need to essentially ask us beforehand if we think you're of a standard to do that. And we say yes or no and let you do the pro lineup in that category, rather than, I believe it creates a lot of confusion when 1 minute someone's a pro, next minute they're an amateur in another category. So we keep it nice and clean with that, and that's why Boris is here doing the bodybuilding division. So in bodybuilding, Boris is just that little bit lacking in his legs, so his balance doesn't come through. And then overall he was also out muscled by Joseph, who's probably got 10 kilos on him on stage. So really good physique, but out muscled in a bodybuilding lineup.
All right, that was a good match to watch, those two boys for sure. There's another photo of them on stage when they did get their placings and just having a bit of fun there. So that was awesome to see that. Okay, let's move on. Men's physique. So this one here will be the
overall.
Overall, these men's physique was one of the most impressive lineups of the day. Like the overall and the pro lineup. Those boys are epic.
Yeah. Like, again, three amazing physiques there. Very, very hard choice for us. So working again, same order on the right hand side. Wensheng Wang, one of those names that I struggled to pronounce on the day, but we get there. Amazing taper to him, nice round full muscle bellies. Really pushed us here. Like, all three guys have quite different physiques, which then makes it that little bit harder. The things he can work on, definitely just bringing that sharp condition. He was probably that slightly too full where he'd spilled a little bit, and that just blurred his condition a little bit, and was definitely one of the deciding factors. And then posing that little bit crisper again to push. But this is one of those ones where a pro quality physique didn't win, because two other pro quality physiques, outshone him as well.
Yep.
So yeah, one of those cases. Next up is Anthony, who took out the overall. So Anthony was our Queensland overall winner as well. Condition was spot on, perfect, nice and full. Posed probably the best of any men's physique competitor on the day.
Wow.
Really true, men's physique posing. Didn't try and mix any, classic physique stuff in there. Didn't hit, any bodybuilding poses. Just posed like a true men's physique competitor, and nailed that. Overall improvements for the future, just being that bit bigger and fuller, all round, keeping that waist nice and tight. Other things I'd look at in his future. And then lastly, Anil Tyndall, who he won the other open category. So because the opens were split here. So Anil, great physique, really good dense muscle with good shape. The biggest thing for him is to, he poses a bit more like, and you can see he's doing a lat spread there, poses a bit more like a bodybuilder in shorts, but gets away with it because of how good his taper and everything is. So if he can refine his posing even more, he'll be an amazing competitor. So his condition was on point. His was nice and full, had great shape to him. So again, another one that pushed us really hard.
And then going into the pro lineup.
Yep. So this is our pro lineup. So we'll have a look through there. So first up, Anil, who we've spoken about. As the other open winner, he received an invite into the pro lineup. So that's how our rules work. And the thoughts there. Next up is Earl Freeman. So Earl, we changed our rules this year where the person placing second in an open lineup to the overall winner also receives an invite into the pro lineup. So if the judges believe they are of quality to do so, we did that because in previous seasons, sometimes the person, if there's 3 open lineups or 2 open lineups, sometimes the person who places second in open class 1 to the eventual overall winner could be better than the winners of the other open lineups. So we changed the rules to allow that person to come into the pro lineup. And in this case, this was one of those cases where Earl's got an amazing physique, poses really well to show it. Good condition, nice and sharp through, good arms, good chest, just a good all-round physique. Also an amazing poser. So in that open lineup, he pushed Anthony all the way. And deserved a shot in the pro lineup. So that's there. Next is Anthony, who we've spoken about. And then, so our 2 fitness pros that did, entered the fitness lineup, as we spoke about before, they came through into men's physique pro as well. Both amazing physiques, but definitely the step up from fitness to men's physique, they were just out-muscled by the other guys. So
do we have the placings? I think we do.
Next up is the placings. So you can see Anthony ended up taking that out. Earl, as we spoke about, he placed second in that lineup, so then was offered an NBA pro card. And Anil, who was the other open winner, he placed third in that lineup and was also offered an NBA pro card. So
awesome. That was an epic lineup. Absolutely epic.
This was one of those men's physique, especially, was one of those categories where we did blow out time wise because we just had some crazy tough decisions to pick between, and it definitely took some time to work through and get right, but at the end of the day, I think we did. So
Yeah, no, that was great competition right there for sure. All right, I'll move into figure international.
Yep.
So I'll go to this shot here. This is the overall for the amateur lineup.
Yep. So our figure international overall. For those playing at home who aren't aware, so figure international is judged predominantly on symmetry. We do look at muscularity and condition for figure, but symmetry is the key sort of indicator for figure international. So and we separate it. Both are core categories, both figure and figure international are offered pro cards. So which a lot of other federations do. But that allows us to award people with really good structure and symmetry. Working our way across, Danae we spoke about in the figure lineup. So she won a masters category, and again, as I said before, great physique. Just needs to grow it that little bit more all the way around, and then come in that bit tighter. So overall. Next up, moving across in the pink bikini is Takari Albert. So Takari took this one out in a very close decision, but ended up wowing the whole crowd and judges. So again, great balance top to bottom, nice small waist there, and posed perfectly for the category. So it gave us those nice wide shoulders, small waist, legs to match. Posed really well the way through. Next up is Chrissy, who she won the figure overall and pushed Takari all the way in this lineup. Overall, the key deciding factor was looking at their back poses next to each other. Takari just held that width that little bit better than Chrissy. But overall, Chrissy's got great symmetry, great muscularity, great condition. One of those divisions that a hair split it that, on any given day it could go either way. But really good physique. And last up, Megan. She was our overall winner in Adelaide, came over for this one. Really good balanced physique. Needs to bring up her glutes that little bit to match everything else, and then add a little bit of width to her shoulders and back just to make that waist come in even tighter again. And then needs to just push her condition that little bit more. But overall, an amazing physique as well. So really good posing. Just another top class competitor who wins overalls in one show, but is pushed in the next.
So let's move over to this is the pro lineup, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah. So that's our pro lineup. All competitors we've spoken about before. But as you can see in this one, so Takari ended up taking it out. She's you can see in that front on pose, just got that smaller waist, better taper through to that waist than the other two. But all amazing competitors. So Takari ended up taking that out. Very close between second and third. Was split the decision between those two. Sim ended up just being that little bit tighter on the side poses through her waist, and that was enough to just nudge her over Alira in those ones. But all again really good quality competitors.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to classic with the boys. So we'll go to the amateur lineup. Again, another epic lineup, and we also see some similar physiques that were in men's physique. So obviously, as we know, they can cross-compete. Men's physique can go up to classic, or classic can go down to men's physique, vice versa. So it was good to see some similar physiques, and obviously gives you an opportunity to go through them again.
So moving through Weng Xuan, who we spoke about before in men's physique, does definitely have that really good classic structure to him. Nice wide shape, Yeah, you can see he's doing the vacuum there, has a good structure to him, needs to push that conditioning, especially in classic. Like we do want a nice, tight, crisp physique.
Yeah,
But
he's hiding some. He was hiding some legs under those shorts, wasn't he?
yeah. So great legs, great balance from top to bottom. Just just an epic lineup that that pushed all the way. Next up, Earl. So Earl overall, probably the best classic poser out of any of these guys. He definitely loves the art of posing and shows it. Pushed him all the way in this class, being that great poser. But yeah, overall just needs more muscle everywhere to push in those classic classes. So yeah, he's on that smaller side for classic physique. But yeah, balanced and posed really well. Just needs more of everything. Next up is Dan Nicholas. So Dan was our overall winner. Great physique. We like to look at classic physique as more a natural version of what IFBB do with classic physique, where some other federations have taken a different path with that. Yeah, in the natural world. But yeah, Dan really suits that to me. You know, he's got that good old school physique, old school posing, that nice full round shape, lean enough to show that shape. Yeah, and overall a really good poser as well. Yeah, definitely improved from last time I saw him competing on the posing side of things more than anything else, as well as growing. But yeah, he's great physique there. Next up, Anil, who we spoke about in men's physique. Now, little fun story with Anil. Anil had actually registered in men's fitness, but missed weight by quite a fair bit. We taught him classic physique posing the day before, so he was shown a couple of poses and decided to give classic physique a go rather than when he missed weight in men's fitness, rather than just not doing a second category. He made the call to just give it a shot. Absolutely amazing physique, and yeah, can go a long way in classic. Needs to bring his arms up a little bit more, his back up a little bit more as well, and then actually spend more than 10 minutes learning classic physique posing. Like once he refines that posing, he's going to be a weapon in classic physique as well as men's physique.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So yeah, really good guy too. Like he took it really well, and that he wasn't able to do men's fitness, and just had a good shot at the classic, and paid off for him. And last one is Giovanni Rapana. So Giovanni's from Queensland, did our Queensland show, was very close to the overall there. Then flew to Adelaide the next day, did our Adelaide show as well, and won the overall there. So done a few comps and improved every time he's competed. Really good again, old school classic physique. Has that structure and shape of your old school bodybuilders. Posed quite well to suit it. Can definitely refine the posing that little bit more again, and come in that little bit tighter again. Needs to bring his chest up a little bit. He's got great arms, but needs to bring his chest and back up a bit to match them. That's kind of overall what he needs to work on.
So winning that was Dan in the middle, right?
Yeah, so Dan won that.
Yeah.
And we moved to the classic pro show. We've got those three guys that we previously mentioned, Anil, Earl, and Dan, with Boris, the existing classic pro who we spoke about in bodybuilding. So yeah, if you want to jump through, we'll just jump straight into the placings on that one. So yeah, our winner was Dan. So went from amateur to winning the pro show in the same day. Second was Earl. That amazing posing got him over the line there. Third, Anil. So yeah, again, as we said, really good structure and muscularity. Just needs to work on that posing. And then Boris came in fourth. So Boris has had a knee injury, I know that. And yeah, his legs have suffered from that, and it definitely showed on the day. So yeah, he needs to work around that, bring those legs back up, and yeah, he'll be an amazing weapon again once those legs come back to where they should be. Really good physique, great poser, just out muscled and out balanced by those other guys through the legs, especially.
Awesome. Another great lineup.
Yeah.
Boys did really, really well. All right, let's move over to bikini. So we'll go to the overall.
Yeah.
Obviously, a couple extra people in there compared to the guys, just because we had a wider spread of people in the different subcategories and winning those.
Yeah.
So obviously, you have all the class winners there.
Yeah, this was one of those ones where, you know, the NBA rule of not being able to do multiple, you know, more than a couple of categories really shows why we do that. Like, get an overall lineup like this of, you know, what is it, 7 amazing quality competitors. You know, that's why we do it. You allow the best of all categories to get through to the overall, not just, you know, one person cleaning up across multiple categories.
Yeah.
Working across, so red bikinis, Rochelle Hatton. So Rochelle won the over 50s. Yeah, amazing physique for her age. Like, yeah, amazing physique overall, but especially for an over 50s competitor. Really good glute hamstrings. Yeah, and then upper body symmetry matches that. Overall, just needs to be that bit tighter again through that glute hamstring, show that tie in that little bit better. And yeah, she poses amazing. Her shape's great. Really good overall competitor. Next up, we have Maylee's Perfment. So Maylee's won the under 30s. So Maylee's has an amazing physique. Overall, needs to bring your condition in that little bit tighter again. Yeah, we could see good condition, but from behind you didn't get the glute ham tie in. Probably also needs to bring her glutes and hamstrings up that little bit as a bikini competitor. But yeah, overall really good physique, posed really well. Yeah, got a great future in the sport. Next up is Jade Spencer. So Jade again, really good shape and structure to her. Overall in bikini, just needs to bring that little bit more muscle everywhere and be that bit tighter again. So yeah, in the glutes and hammies especially. So, you know, as we say in NBA, we do like that little bit leaner than a lot of the other federations. So we want to see that start of the glute ham tie in. Yeah, so Jade just needs to work on that. Next up was Sarah McLeod-Nibbs. So Sarah won one of the open tall class. Definitely ticks that tall box. Overall, Sarah's got an amazing shape to her tiny waist, which yeah, brings out that structure. Does need to, being so tall, just fill out that little bit more to come through to really push those top pro level competitors. But yeah, really good, amazing physique. Next up is Jessica Riley. So Jessica took this one out. Jess was our New South Wales overall champion as well. Really good bikini physique, good nice round fullness to her, condition pretty much perfectly on point for bikini. You could see her glute ham tie-in showing through. Her back wasn't too conditioned. From front on in most poses, you could see the outline of abs, but not a full six-pack. So yeah, nailed that well. Balance top to bottom is really good. and she's one of those competitors who really just draws your eye when she's posing. So she's got that really good connection with the judges panel that draws your attention straight away. So yeah, really, really good all-round physique there. Next up was Chloe Brooker. So Chloe has a great physique, needs to bring her condition in that little bit tighter, and also probably needs to bring up her back and shoulders that little bit more just to match her overall physique. And then last up is Christina Garcia. So Christina, pretty much again spot on condition for this this category. You could see her glute ham tie in. She posed amazingly. Just needs to bring that little bit more muscle everywhere to push in those top end lineups. So, but again, I believe Christina was a first timer as well, and yeah, just great physique, great future. Just needs a bit more of everything, essentially, with bringing that condition with just a little bit more of everything.
Awesome. All right, let's go to so Jess won that lineup.
Yep.
So then going into the pros, let's go have a look at that lineup there.
So yeah, in this lineup, we've got Jess, who won the overall, Sarah, who won the opens, and Christina, who was invited in as the second place in the open lineup, as well as Maddie, who was an existing ICN pro who entered the pro lineup. So yeah, overall we've spoken about the three other girls. So yeah, bit of attention onto Maddie. Not that she needs it, but yeah, Maddie has one of those draw your attention physiques, poses amazingly, same height as Sarah, but has filled that physique out already. So yeah, really good muscle density. Her front pose is an absolute killer. Like she walks out and hits that, and yeah, jaws hit the ground. It's a really good, strong front pose. Overall, again, she's still to push into like winning a season B pro show. Probably needs to bring a bit more muscle again overall, especially through the back, glutes, hamstrings, and her back. Just bring that shape even that little bit more. But yeah, really good quality competitor. I definitely want to see her in a season B pro lineup where some of the stronger competitors come out, and yeah, will be really good to see. She's only 18 years old, so yeah, she's got an amazing future in the sport.
Yeah. Here's the placings.
Yep. So our placings, Maddie won that. Jess, our overall winner, came in second, and then Sarah came in third. And yeah, even that shot, you can see there what I was talking about with Maddie's front pose. That waist looks tiny, really shows her shape. But yeah, just needs that bit more of everything all round. And then yeah, Christina was fourth. So yeah, Jess was already awarded her pro card from winning the overall, and then we offered Sarah a pro card for placing in this lineup. So
awesome. All right, let's move over to fitness. So again, another really good quality lineup with some amazing competitors too. Like absolutely epic lineup. Yeah, definitely. I honestly reckon this was the hardest amateur division of the day to judge. Well, the top three especially were just crazy good, but and all have very different, all have quite similar physiques, but with different flaws, different positives to them as well, or strengths. So yeah, made it a lot of fun for us. Yeah, and definitely a lot of discussion across the table. Yeah. So working across, first one's Melissa Hanardi. So Melissa's got a really good structure to her, just in fitness. Came in really good condition as well.
just in fitness, probably needs to be that bit tighter again. And then, the muscularity of a fitness competitor, she's got a little bit of growing to do as well to push into winning overalls. But really good quality physique there. Next up is Tracy O'Neill. So Tracy was our fitness overall in Queensland. Really good full muscle bellies, great structure to her, nice small waist. Just needs to be that bit tighter overall. But amazing physique, good symmetry, posed well, just good all round. Next up is Kirsty Blundell. So Kirsty, another Queenslander. So Kirsty, overall really good physique, just lacked the muscle of the other two, the two that placed higher than her, or two that she pushed in this one. So good structure, good posing, but just needs, in fitness, a few kilos extra just to really push that, and then come in that tiny bit tighter as well. We absolutely loved her physique. You'll see as we move through later that she is an amazing competitor in other categories. So that's right. Next up was Kira Ward. So Kira was the overall winner in this. Kira structurally has nice tiny waist, good wide shoulders, wide back, a lot of muscle packed onto her frame. So looks really well. And condition, absolutely perfect. Not too hard and dry where you're seeing striations in her glutes, but nice and full with lines through her legs. You could see her hamstrings. The glute ham tie-in was there. Overall a really good balanced physique. Next up is Camilla Posabon. Camilla's got a great physique as you need to win one of these categories. I'm saying that a lot today, but definitely true. Camilla definitely needs to just come in that bit tighter overall to be pushing in the fitness category, and a bit more muscle overall, especially through her back and shoulders. But really good physique, bringing that in. And last up is Emily Claridge. So Emily won this division in Tasmania. Overall, really good competitor. Needs, to push to that national overall level, needs probably 3 or 4 kilos of extra muscle on her. She's done some growing since last time I saw her compete, but needs to do the same again. And just needs to come in that little bit tighter. She's, especially through the legs, glutes, hamstrings, just needs to be that bit crisper to push into those top overall at a national level.
All right. So Kira took that one out. So we'll go to the pro lineup, which is this one here.
So,
okay, perfect.
The pro lineup, the division that everyone is talking about. So, moving through. So, Kirsty, we've already spoken about. Tracy, again, we've already spoken about. Kira, we've already spoken about. Next up, Marion. So, Marion is an A and B pro who entered this show. Marion's got really good structure to her, and condition was basically on point. Just overall needs to add a few kilos everywhere to push into that top placing in a pro fitness lineup. This pro fitness lineup is the quality is crazy. Like, there's not much more you can say than that. Like, placing third in this lineup is amazing anyway. Like, you've got some real good, even the whole top 5 are pro quality competitors that, would win pro shows at most other shows, and have. So last up is Madison Pure. So Madison, what can I say? wow. So Madison's got probably the most complete physique I've seen in a fitness competitor. Definitely made us think as judges. So as you can see there, she does have a lot of size to her. Made us have a real big look at whether she was too much for the category or not, because she carries a lot of dense muscle. So definitely had us talking and thinking about it, deciding. Some poses she did look like too much, other poses she didn't. The big thing for how I was taught to judge when I very first started 15 years ago, continue to do right now, we 100% decided that Madison was very slightly above the muscularity that we would like for a fitness competitor. Not going to sugarcoat that or anything. It is what it is. But we've got a line of what we want, and judging is who is still closest to the criteria. Now, on muscularity alone, while Madison was slightly above the criteria, she was still closer to the criteria of muscularity than the next person, being Kira. Kira's probably 2 or 3 kilos off the muscularity that we need, or want for a perfect fitness competitor or the criteria. So, she was still closest to the criteria. So that was how we came to that decision. If she was much bigger at all, then yes, we would have said, no, that's way too much and placed differently. But because she was still the closest to the criteria on the day, and you have to judge what turns up on the day, she became the winner. Being that super complete, her condition was perfect for the category. Her structure is perfect for the category. So overall, she fits the criteria best of all those competitors there. So that's how we came to that decision, even though, yes, she is slightly more muscular in some poses than your standard fitness competitor. She's still the closest to the criteria on the day, and that's how we've judged it. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's a good explanation. Let's go over to the...
Actually, jump onto the placings, and this one actually shows that a little bit as well. There are some poses where Madison looks too much, and then there are others where she doesn't. This is one where she probably does look that little bit too much, where from behind, just straight up when they're all in their back poses, she didn't. So it's very much a pose per pose thing. But so she took that out. Second was Kira, who we've spoken about. So she was already, or she won her pro card from the amateur overall. Third was Marion. So that structure and shape got her over the line in this lineup. That nice tight waist. This one, another key component of judging that I always speak about to my judges, and I see not so much in some of the other feds. Once you pick your winner, second place should be the person who looks next most like your winner. Third should be the person who looks next most like that, moving down the line. And you can see clearly in this picture, Marion is the person who looks next most like Kira, and then moving down the line. So, that's something that, I see a lot of panels where, someone will place first, then second will be a completely different physique, then third will be someone who actually looks more like first than the others. We're definitely very careful to make sure moving down the line that the physiques all look similar. The closest to the criteria, and then the next most close moving down. So, and again, once we worked out what we were doing with Madison, it took a bit of time to break the rest of the 4 of them up. So this division took a bit of time. It was a tough one to judge because every one of them's amazing.
Yeah.
It is a really, like, as far as fitness lineups go, that was the best overall quality first to last that I've ever had.
Yeah, so, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely amazing quality. So Kirsty ended up finishing 4th, and then Tracy 5th in that. Both amazing physiques, just lacking that little bit of condition compared to the top 3. But both really good physiques.
Alrighty, let's move on to swimsuit. So we'll go to the overall, and again, there's a fair few competitors in there. So, and some of them we have seen in bikini before, but this will be good to go through to kind of get that grasp on the difference between the two, between bikini and also swimsuit. So we can go through that.
So moving through in this. Okay, so first up is Janice Lee. So Janice has a really good structure to her, posed amazingly. Even though in swimsuit we look for a slightly softer condition to bikini, can probably still come in that little bit tighter again. But overall good shape, good structure, posed well. Next up is Leanne Rosario. So Leanne has an amazing tiny waist to her, nice full shoulders, good glutes development. So shone through in this category more so than bikini. Next up, Maylee's Perfment. So Maylee's, we spoke about her in bikini already, and then shone through in swimsuit, given that we do like that slightly softer condition in swimsuit. So definitely came through really well here. Next up was Sarah. So Sarah, we spoke about in bikini. Sarah was marked, while she made the overall, she was marked down slightly in this one for being slightly too lean for the category. So great structure and shape, still shone through as being that winner, just like what we spoke about in the fitness category. While she was slightly too much, the next person wasn't closer to the criteria than her. So that doesn't mean we've changed the criteria. It just means she was closest to the criteria. Next up is Jade Spencer. So Jade took this one out. Jade was also the overall winner of swimsuit in Queensland. So Jade has really good shape, really good structure, and her conditions on point for swimsuit. So overall posed well, good shape, good structure. There's not really much I would say to change for that. Next up is Linda Moreno. So Linda won a Masters category. So Linda won this division in Tasmania. Has a really good shape to her. Just needs to be leaner again to push in this category. So good posing, really good competitor. Just needs to work that little bit more to bring that condition in next time she competes. And last up was Christina, who we spoke about in bikini. Again, probably very slightly too hard for this category, but in her class was the closest to the category as well. Especially like you can see in that shot, she's got a really nice tiny waist, which just makes her posing flow well, which, really good for this category. So,
all right. So taking that out, going into the pro lineup is here.
On there. So all these 3 we've spoken about before, so don't really need to tell you much about their physiques. Just jump straight into the placings. We can go through that. So our winner in this was Maddie. So Maddie actually did a really good job in that time between bikini and swimsuit of spilling and softening up. So while we could see glute ham tie in bikini, she softened up, and we couldn't see it in this swimsuit category. So that shape and structure, still shone through, that nice tiny waist. And then, so that's what got her over the line in this one. Yeah, next up was Jade, who was the overall winner. And then third was Sarah, who, was the other open class winner.
I reckon this is a really good way to prove that you do go into judging with fresh eyes every single time.
Yeah.
Don't, preempt, I saw you before, so therefore you look the same.
Yeah. Definitely one of those cases where that 100% happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into sports, the last one.
Yeah.
So big overall lineup. There's a lot of women there. Good quality too.
This lineup has our overall, but also has our pro competitor in it. So this one will be both our overall and pro in one. So in the overall, first up, we've got Bronte Harvey. So Bronte has a great structure to her, poses really well. Overall needs a bit more size to overall everywhere, but especially shoulders back. Good, nice, tight waist. Her condition was pretty much that perfect sports model condition where you could see glutes and hamstrings, but not any feathering. You can see some lines in her quads, but not too much. So really good balanced physique. Just needs that bit more muscle to push through to push the top end competitors in the lineup. Next up, Georgia Pearson. So Georgia, a first timer, very first show ever. So did amazing to get here. Overall, Georgia's got great structure to her. Needs to come in a lot tighter. There's still a bit more she can push on the condition side of things. But got a great future in her if she keeps pushing. Balanced quite well. So just needs to, as she grows, make sure she keeps that balance, and then pushes through there. Next up is Kira, our fitness overall winner. So Kira, because of that nice tiny waist, still looks really good in sports model, but definitely pushing, like we talked about with Maddie in fitness, Kira's kind of that same in sports model, where she was slightly too much for the division, but in her open category, she was still closer to the criteria than the next best person. So next up is Kirsty. So Kirsty took this one out. And in this category and this example where one person was slightly too much, Kirsty pretty much hit that balance almost perfectly. Condition was on point for sports. Nice fullness to her, that roundness of a true sports model. Posed amazingly. So a really good sports competitor. Next up is Marion, who she was the pro competitor in this lineup. So because Marion was the only pro in this lineup, we brought her straight on with the overall to so she wasn't it wasn't just her and one other person. Marion was one, again, showing those fresh eyes before, because she's slightly less muscular than some of the bigger fitness competitors. I thought she'd do quite well in sports, but her condition and structure is definitely more fitness than sports. So she's definitely at that fitness competitor doing sports kind of, and you look at her and Kira either side of Kirsty, and you can see that difference in just being that little bit tighter and grainier, that pushes her more to fitness than sports. Still amazing in this lineup, but just that little bit too much on those things. Next up is Tracy O'Neill. So Tracy, like we spoke about earlier in fitness, Tracy's got that that roundness of a sports model competitor, and yet that slight touch of that slightly softer than a fitness competitor. So she balances that quite well. Definitely pushed this one, was considered all the way, and made our decision hard. Next up is Joe DiMattia. So Joe needs to, again, bring that condition in slightly more, and also bring her legs up to sort of match her upper body. So she's got a really good overall physique, but yeah, just needs that little bit more overall. And and then to be that bit tighter, posed really well, good strong competitor, just in an amazing lineup. Lastly, Camilla Hozibon. So yeah, Camilla, like we spoke about before, really good in this category. I actually like her in this that little bit more. Just needs that little bit more of everything, essentially. So yeah, tiny bit tighter, tiny bit more muscle all over, but good balance, good shape to her. Just needs that little bit extra.
So in this, who won the overall? And then let's go through the pro.
Yeah. So Chrissy won the overall. Okay. And then if you pull the next one, so into our pro lineup. So as our overall winner, we then compared Chrissy to Tracy, who won the other open class, and Marion, who was the existing pro. So we did that on stage at the same time. Tracy came in second, and then was offered her NBA pro card as well. And then Marion came in third, and was also offered her NBA pro card as well.
Amazing. Yeah. Done. Went through it all.
Hey.
That was really, really good to go through all those. I really like how you explained, going through everything with fresh eyes, and also explaining basically that it's whoever's closest to the criteria, and then also making sure that from that point, first place is a consistent look as you go down from first, second, third, fourth to fifth. So it was really good to explain that and go through it, and also give people some feedback on, some of the things that they need to improve on. And I know we use a general term, just improve on everything, but sometimes that's the best way to place it, where it's like you need a little bit more conditioning and you need a little bit more muscularity in pretty much all areas. And I think that's great feedback to give, because at least you just basically tell them you're heading in the right direction, just keep going that way.
Especially like this was a national show. It was a really high quality show. So to win a class, you're going to be bloody good. It is just winning that, it quite often is just needing that bit more of everything, because we're already saying you're quite close to the criteria to even win a class, let alone, so when we're looking at overall lineups and pro lineups, the quality was really high through all those competitors. So a lot of them is just a little bit more of everything.
Yeah. And I think it was really good to have that pro lineup and pro show component in season A. We didn't do that last year, so it was really, really good to have that, and to have that moving forward, because we're getting some amazing quality and we're getting some really, really good lineups. So it's good to have now that in season A.
Previously, we'll call it pre-COVID. Previously, a lot of the stronger competitors pushed to season A, so not having season B, sorry. So not having a pro show in season A was kind of the done thing, because most of the pro quality competitors were pushing to season B. But nowadays you're seeing deep lineups in amateur lineups in season A. So why not allow pros to compete when they choose to, rather than trying to push them all to one show a year? Definitely, I think it was quite successful. I think, as you saw in the photos, in most categories we had quite deep pro lineups. Some of the lineups, could be deeper, and that is, just showing that this is the first time we've done it. This time next year we'll be talking about even deeper lineups, I reckon. you
Yeah,
know.
definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, it's only gonna skyrocket from here, and not even just grow, but skyrocket, because there's a lot happening and a lot to improve on. So
Yeah, definitely. All right.
yeah.
I think we'll leave it there. Hopefully
Yep.
everyone found it useful. Again, if they want any specific feedback, they can reach out to you, Stu. But other than that, I think that was very, very useful. And I think even people that weren't competing, if they just listen to that, they can at least get a good understanding of, what the judges are looking for, how they're making their decisions, and also the difference between categories when there is cross competing and people are in the same lineups. Maybe why one person gets a better placing over the other, even though they're up against each other in different divisions and things like that. So I think it was good to go through all that too.
Yeah, no, definitely, and some really good examples of that throughout that day. Like overall, I think my judging panel did a really good job. Definitely,
I think so too.
Day.
Amazing. All right, Stu. Well, thanks for your time. Appreciate it, and we'll see you at the next one.
Yep. Talk to you soon.